Hey guys, it's me Aego here. Hi. Hello. Today I've brought with me Laka's new eyeshadow palette, and it's said that a new color has been added this time. I'll take some time to introduce the products and also show you the swatch of all the colors. A palette with a dense collection of soft middle tone colors that are comfortable yet sensual. Laka's mid-tone collector eyeshadow palette. This new palette comes in the same design as their new level eyeshadow palette, which was reviewed by Haley in January, but with added color to the lid. Only 2 palettes were released at first, but this time, they've released 2 additional palettes, so there are now a total of 4 palettes. These palettes are said to have been created for mid-tone shadow collectors who have a love for watercolor clear, soft shadows. Laka's color curating process for this product is said to have focused more on the possibility of colorful minimal makeup rather than a complete composition of the base to the eyeliner. In addition, this palette is said to be a vegan as it's made with completely vegan ingredients, free of any animal-derived ingredients. The shadows are said to have a soft blendable texture, so even when various colors are layered, it adheres to the skin with the layers permeating. The clear watercolor texture is said to double the unique charm of the mid-tone colors. The colors apply on smoothly without smudging for a clean and rich look. These 4 palettes seem to have been created with consideration for those who do not like dark shades or shiny shadows. Before I show you the swatch of all the colors of each palette, it appears that each palette can be divided and used in combination of 2 halves, left and right. I think it'd be best to use these colors in such combination when creating your look. And with this in mind, let's move on to the swatch. Sunny. This is a palette of coral and pink colors that seems to go well with the spring warm tones. Nude Beige. This is a nude beige color that seems to be good to use as a base. The color seems to be slightly pinkish. Muted Mango. I first thought it was a mango color with a heavy orange tinge, but it rather reminded me more of a ripe mango. Warm Peach. This color appears to be a peach colored shadow with a slight bit of coral mixed in. The color doesn't look too light and seems to brighten the atmosphere. Peanut. For a color that is named Peanut, this color appears slightly like that of a dried rose color. The color also looks to be a bit brownish. Nude Coral. This seemed to be a fairly faded baby pink color. I barely felt any coral. Ginger. This seems to be a slightly orangish pink color. The color feels slightly brownish for some reason. Baby Coral. I find this to be a pink color with a bit of coral mixed in. I find it to also kind of feel like dried rose. Mauve Pink. I think this will be good to use as a point color since it feels slightly deep as a pink color with a mauve feel. Windy. This palette seems to be composed of purple colors that feels quite grayish overall. Since the colors feels very cold, I think also winter cool tones. Pinkish Beige. It appears to be a slightly grayish baby pink. Muted Almond. This looks to be somewhat of a grayish light beige color with a drop of mauve added to it. Cool Rose. This color looks to be a rosy mauve tone with a sense of gray. Cocoa. This seemed to be a grayish brown color mixed with a drop of mauve. Nude Pink. This seems to be a pink color with a slight bluish tinge. Gray Lavender. This seemed to be a purple mixed in with a lot of gray. Baby Mauve. It appears to be a grayish mauve color mixed with a drop of blue. Soft Plum. This is the most saturated color of this palette and it looks to be a slightly grayish plum color. Tulip. Being one of the new palettes, it appears to be composed of colors that give off a calming vibe. Overall, it seems to consist of pink colors. Honey. This looks to be a pink beige color with a slight orange tinge. I think it'll be a good color to use as a base. Blooming. This seems like an apricot beige with a very slight pink tinge. Dried Rose. This color looks similar to the Cool Rose from the Windy palette, but it's more of a mauve pink with a bit more saturation. Calm Brown. This was very similar to Cocoa from the Windy palette, but it seemed to feel a bit more beige. Pure Pink. This looks to be a pink beige color that looks quite faded. I think it'd be good to use as a base. Soft Berry. This seemed like a muted pink color with a hint of white, but since it's not too strong, I think it can be used as a base. Tulip pink. This is a muted pink color that feels slightly saturated and it seems like a good color to add points. Muted brown. It's the darkest color and looks to be a muted mauve mixed with a drop of brown. Summer. This palette is another newly added palette and it seems to be composed of incredibly bright and colorful colors. I think these are pink colors that will go well with summer cool tones. Washed pink. I think it's a baby pink color with a bluish tinge. It looks good to use as a base. Pinkish mauve. This is a pink and mauve color with a heavy blue tinge and I think it feels more pink than mauve. Lavender. This is a lavender color with a lot of gray and I think it has a bit of blue tinge. Grayish purple. As the name suggests, it seems to be a grayish purple color but it also feels a bit mauve. Cool pink. This is a color with a bit of pinkish tinge, but I think it feels a bit warm too. It's like a strawberry milk. Summer pink. This is a bit like a bright coral pink color. It also seems to be a bit faded. Juicy berry. This is a berry-like color that is slightly deep warm. Cherry purple. This is a vivid cherry purple color with a high saturation. I think it'd be good to use it as a point color. Like this, I've introduced Laka's Mid-Tone Collector eyeshadow palette and also showed you the swatch of all the colors. Overall, the palettes look great for the current weather as it has been warming up. For warm tone people, I recommend Sunny or Tulip, and for cool tone people, I recommend Windy or Summer. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!